Always streaming me, so don't stress. All right, we're good to go. What's up, Facebook? I'm Carla, 60 Minutes Yoga Flow here at HealthQuest. Just a mat. If you have props, cool, use them. If not, no stress. So starting on our mat, just finding a comfortable seat. I'm sorry that you guys are kind of blocked by this. So if you want to scoot, you totally can. You can come on to the side if you're... But I say a lot, so you'll be able to follow with just my verbal cues. Take a breath. Find a comfortable seat. Sit bones anchored to your mat. Scooching around just slightly till you can find a nice grounding space. Any leg cross is perfectly fine. And we're just going to take a second, resting our hands on our knees, palms facing down. Take a deep breath through the nose and see if you can lengthen up through your spine, reaching tall through the crown of your head. Maybe close the eyes. So naturally we are outside. We're going to hear all sorts of sounds around us. Just embrace the beautiful sounds, seeing if you can tune in with the birds. Not much of a breeze today. Maybe we'll get blessed with one. But just trying to focus on the space that you are in right now and just arriving on your mat. Good. So take one more breath in through the nose, all the way up the spine, and then back out through the nose, trying to make this breath a little bit longer. Softly opening the eyes when you're ready. We're going to start with some cat-cow seated on our mat. So really holding on to the knees here. Take a deep breath in. Pull your knees and start to round your spine. Arch your spine. Coming to your cow pose. Full breath in, full breath out. Peel the belly button back towards the spine. Coming off the sit bones slightly. Take it easy with your body. And then pull the knees again, pulling the body forward. Full breath in. Lift the collarbones towards the sky. And then full breath out to round the spine. So as you move through this pose here, see if you can make it a little bit bigger each time. Maybe the gaze comes up when you arch your spine. And then a full breath out. See if you can curl off your sit bones slightly and pull into your knees to keep yourself grounded. Good. Let's do 2 more. Inhale, lift the chest. Exhale. Good. Last one here. Really feel the shoulder blades meet. And then open the shoulder blades as much as possible. Good. Come back to a seated, nice, tall spine here. Recenter. Keep the legs the way they are. It doesn't really matter through these sequences. We're kind of rounded through the sit bones, so either way. Taking a deep breath in, we're going to come to rib circles. So inhale and circle the ribs in any direction, forward and then back. It doesn't matter if we're in the same sequence. The focus is on opening up the spine and the rib cage. So still using our hands as support. So as we lean back, pull into the knees with the hands, letting them support us. And then push the chest forward and through. Let's do 2 more this direction and then we'll switch sides. And then of course you're breathing. So inhale. And then a full exhale to finish your circle. Once you finish those 2, we're gonna just reverse. So coming the opposite direction. Really you can even let the sit bones rock up and off the mat as you come around. Just really wake the spine. It's okay. Again, we can do some rock yoga flow. I'm fine with that. Let's do 2 more. This one. And then again, finding that nice, comfortable seated position, lengthening up through the spine. Let's switch the cross of our leg just for these last couple poses here. Now this is the awkward side for all of us, right? Take a deep breath in, reach the arms up overhead towards the sky. Find that length through the crown of the head. Right hand comes down to the mat. Soften the elbow so it's about 1 inch off the floor, and then reach up and over, taking a side bend here. So see if you can press into that right hand to get your ribs to lift up off your hips, and then roll that left shoulder back. And maybe your gaze comes up. Obviously, eyes are probably closed because the sky's a little bit bright this morning. Inhale, arms float up towards the sky. Exhale, left palm meets mat. Soften the elbow, and then start to open up that right side of the body. Seeing if you can keep pressing into that left palm, pressing the floor away. Top shoulder rolling back. Consciously think about lifting your ribs up off the hips. Take 1 more breath in. and let it go. Inhale, arms back up towards the sky. One final pose. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, fingertips to floor or turf, and then maybe start to soften down to the elbows and let the neck and head release. Just forward fold here. Again, so since we have our awkward leg on top, for most of us, if we're choosing the easy pose, see if you can soften your hips here. Tendency is to try to clench the hips up. Just let that tension go. Tent the fingers, and then walk yourself back up to a straight spine. Good. Coming to hands and knees. I'll switch up the way that I turn. Of course, I'm going to be side on. I swear I can see you all. I've got mom eyes on all sides of my head. You can relate if you've got children. So knees under hips, hands directly under shoulders, coming to our neutral spine. So belly's pulling up and back. Think about widening your shoulder blades apart from each other, lengthening again, feeling that length up the spine through the crown of the head. We're coming back to a couple rounds of cat-cow here. So inhale, let the belly fall, widen the collarbones, pull the chest through. Exhale, pull the belly up towards the spine, rounding the upper back. Let's go through a couple rounds with your breath and your flow. So you don't have to follow the movement I'm taking. I'm just kind of working with the way that my body feels I need to move right now, but I'm consciously focusing on my breath. So each move gets a full inhale and a full exhale. Let's take two more. Last one. And then when you finish, coming back to that neutral spine, again, reaching tall through the crown of the head, finding that length. Coming here, we're gonna lower the left elbow to the mat and then the right elbow down. So the hips are still lifted and the elbows meet the floor. Lengthen the legs out, lengthen the right leg out behind you and start to rock back, stretching the calf muscle, opening up, just waking it up for when we come to our downward facing dog. Just a couple here. So once you've done about 3 or 4, bend the knee again and switch to the other side. Just a slight rock back and forth. You should feel a little stretch all the way up the calf. Good, bend the knee and then start to lengthen the legs out to rest down on your belly in Sphinx Pose. So elbows to mat, hands resting on mat, nice and open right in front of the elbow. So think about pulling the shoulder blades back, squeezing the glutes slightly to protect the back, and then lifting the collarbones up and towards the sky. Gazes forward towards me or the wall. Take a breath in. So it's your first back bend. I know I've done this in the last 2 classes, but I think it's important to prep the back for back bends because we tend to just dive right into them and it can be a little much on our spine. So take one more breath and then lengthen the body down. Hands shift back next to chest. We're gonna roll the cobra. So elbows lock in. Think about rolling the head of the shoulder back, squeezing the shoulder blades together. Nice. Glutes are still engaged. Take a breath in. Small cobra, nice and low. Inhale to lift. Exhale, lengthen your body down onto the mat. Let's do this a couple more times. Each time we're gonna try to lift a little bit higher. So squeeze the glutes even more. Now think about lengthening your body back down. Elbows still locked in. Inhale, lift. Squeezing the glutes, exhale, lengthen and lower. Let's do 2 more. The last one is hopefully gonna bring us all the way to up dog. So here's your high cobra. Lengthen your body back towards your mat. And if you're ready, press into the palms of the hand, squeeze the glutes, lift the thighs up off the mat. Toes are still resting on the floor. Good. Open the collarbones. Exhale, lengthen your body slowly all the way back down. Nice. Rest your hands on your head on your hands, and then give your hips a rock side to side. Good. We're moving into our flow. So reset, hands directly next to chest, tuck the toes, push your body up, back, bent knees. Preparation, downward facing dog. So your knees are super bent. Hands are rooted down through the mat, fingers are nice and wide. So from here, start to pedal out your dog, just pressing back towards one heel at a time. And then of course, just taking breath through each movement. It might feel good, just sway the hips from side to side. We have lots of side body opening today. So feel free to just take a little rock through the hips. It should feel good. You should feel all the way up until your lat muscle. Take an inhale, lift both heels up towards the sky. And then fully exhale, see if you can root down through the heels as much as possible towards your mat. So again, thinking about opening the shoulder blades and then lifting the sit bones up a little higher. We're going to inhale the left leg up towards the sky, three-legged dog. Bend the knee to open the hip, and then take a couple hip circles in one direction. Either direction is fine. Once you've done about 3 or 4, switch the direction of your circle. When you finish, lengthen back up, three-legged dog, and then root back down through that left leg. Take a breath. Let the breath go. Next breath in, we lift the right leg up, three-legged dog, and then bend the knee as you exhale. Start the circles through the hip, just to get a little fluidity flowing through our body this morning. Again, focus on pressing evenly through both hands so that your shoulders stay square. Reverse the circle. And then lengthen that leg back up. Exhale it back down towards your mat. Hold here for 1 breath. See if you can find a nice grounded, rooted feeling through your down dog. Can you lift your sit bones up a little higher? What does that mean? Some of you looked at me like I was crazy. Take a breath in. And as you exhale, start to carefully walk your feet forward towards the front of your mat. Forward fold. So either soles of feet together or hip distance for more length. Your choice. And I just realized my back is to the camera. I'm going to turn around and come to this side of my mat. That would make more sense. Be an interesting show for all the Facebook people today. So releasing forward to your fold here, letting the neck hang. Slight bend through the knees just to wake up the hamstrings. And letting the shoulders fall away from the ears. All right, we're going to start with rolling arm mountain. So really establish grounding through your feet, lifted toes, and then re-root down through each toe onto your mat. Take a breath in. Start to stack the spine, arms circle up and around. Palms meet. On your exhale, we're going to float our body. Bend the knees, belly pulls back through the midline, and then release back down to our fold. So we did that round slow. We're going to pick up the pace slightly. We're sticking with the same flow. Inhale, stack spine, arms circle up and overhead, palms meet. Exhale, palms through heart center, bend the knees, belly pulls back as we release to our fold. We've got 3 more like that. So inhale, lengthen, reach towards the sky. Exhale, fold, belly pulls back. Inhale, reach up. So again, just working through our spine here and allowing our hamstrings to find a little bit of openness. Last one, inhale to lengthen, reach towards the sky. Exhale, roll through the midline, fold. Hands to shins. As you inhale, press your shins away, lengthen from crown of head to tailbone, flat back, lengthen. Exhale, pull the belly back as you fold forward over your thighs. Root down through the hands. Your right leg is going to step long back to lunge, low lunge. Keep the knee lifted. Chest open towards me, gaze up if possible. Hands root to the floor, press back, downward facing dog. From here, we're going to unravel our spine to our plank pose. So think about lifting the heels, curling the tailbone up like a cow, reaching over, hands dropping down to the knees, and untucking the toes. We're going to lower all the way down to the mat, elbows pull into the sides. Head of shoulder rolls back. Inhale, press the floor away, cobra. Untuck the toes, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts towards the sky, inhale it up to 3-legged dog. Exhale, knee to nose, and then right foot to right thumb, find your lunge. Lift the chest. And then we step our feet together at the front of our mat, forward fold on our next exhale. All right, so you know the flow. We're going to repeat the flow and pick up the pace slightly. So inhale, stack the spine. Reach towards the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center as we dive our chest forward over our thighs. Root down through the shins. Inhale to lengthen, press away even longer. Keep the chin tucked. Exhale, fold forward again. Root to the hands. Left leg all the way back, long lunge. Lift the chest, gaze to me. Good. Root through the hands, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. Now really focus on lifting the tailbone, curling the spine forward. Gaze comes up last, over wrists over under shoulders. Knees to mat, untuck toes. Plank pose, and all the way down. Good. lunge, head of shoulders back, squeeze the glutes, lift the heart, cobra, and then downward facing dog. Good, so we're gonna add on, take a breath in, left leg up towards the sky. Exhale, knee to nose, left foot, left thumb, low lunge, lift the heart. Feet together, forward fold. All right, sun salutation B. Same flow, we add on some standing poses. So inhale, stack spine, reach towards the sky. From here, baby back bend, so squeeze the glutes. If it feels good, lift the heart up and allow the chest to rise up towards the sky. Exhale, hands through heart center, coming to our fold. Again, only if it feels good, we're coming to that flat back. So either shins or fingertips stay to the mat, but we lengthen, looking forward, gaze to the horizon. Exhale, fold forward. Right leg all the way back. Keep lifted here. Knee off the ground, we're coming to crescent lunge. So take a breath in. Lift the arms up towards the sky. Widen the arms back so they frame the ears. Lift the back knee up so it's nice and straight. Good. Take a breath in. On your exhale, open it up, warrior two. Good, front knee over ankle, hips, body square directly over hips. Press the floor away with the back of your heel, and then feel the thighs pull in, pull the heels in towards each other. You should feel your inner thighs engage. Take a breath in, front palm flips. As you exhale, lengthen that front leg, reverse triangle. So the front leg is straight and we're reaching down our back leg. Take a full breath in. Exhale, windmill the arms back and around that front leg. Now we're back to our low lunge. Look forward towards me, gaze up. Take a breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Stay for a breath. We're gonna repeat that flow on the opposite side. So inhale, stack the spine, reach towards the sky. Exhale, baby back bend. Squeeze the glutes, open the heart, lift the chest up. Exhale, fold, hands through heart center. Remembering your option with flat back, shins or fingertips to floor, lengthen on your inhale. Exhale, fold over your thighs. Left leg all the way back to crescent lunge, so find it first. Knee over ankle, take a breath in to lift the heart, widen the arms. Squeeze the shoulder blades together to lift. Good, take a breath in. Can you lift that back knee up even more? Lengthen, good. Next breath, open up the leg, open the hips, warrior two. If it feels okay, gaze over front fingertips. Check in with your knee. Is it over your ankle? Soften the shoulders. Take a breath in, straighten the front leg, turn the front palm, and then C-shape your body up and over your back leg. Reverse triangle. Take a breath. And then windmill the arms back and around over that front leg. Low lunge, lift the heart, inhale. Exhale, feet meet at front of mat. We're gonna repeat it 2 more times. This time we're gonna add chaturanga as an option. So inhale, lengthen, reach up towards the sky. Baby back bend right away. Exhale, hands through heart center. Dive forward over your thighs. Inhale to lengthen, up and away. Exhale, right leg back, crescent lunge. Lift the heart. Sorry guys, inhale, open, warrior two. Exhale, inhale, reach up and over, reverse triangle. And then exhale to windmill the arms back over that front leg. Root down through the hands, press your left foot back, downward facing dog. Uncurl the spine forward, up and over the wrist. Option, knees or toes. If you're choosing toes, lock the elbows in, lower halfway down. Squeeze the glutes, lift the heart all the way to up dog. Pull the chest through, inhale. Exhale, downward facing dog. Right leg lifts, 3-legged dog. Exhale, draw it knee to nose, feel that hold. Right foot, right thumb, low lunge, lift the heart. And then feet meet at the front of the mat, forward fold. Take a breath. Inhale, stack spine, reach towards the sky. Baby back bend. Exhale, hands through heart center, fold. Inhale, lengthen, flat back. Exhale, fold over your thighs. Left leg, step it back, crescent lunge. Knee over ankle, lift the heart. Inhale, open up to your warrior two. Exhale. Reverse triangle, straighten that front leg, reach up and over, C-shape the spine. And then windmill the arms back and around that right foot. Pivot the foot, stepping that right leg back, downward facing dog. Take a breath in and then uncurl the spine forward to your high plank pose. Knees or toes lower half or all the way. Squeeze the glutes, let the heart lift open. And then downward facing dog. Left leg up towards the sky. Three-legged dog. Left knee to nose. Left foot, left thumb. Low lunge, lift the heart, gaze forward. And then feet meet, forward fold. Oh, sorry, forward fold. Take a breath in your fold. We did it. All right, guys, moving to our standing poses. So stay here for a breath in your forward fold. Let the neck release and just let everything be heavy. All right, guys, so we are coming in to what is one of my favorite flows in standing poses. A little similar to what we just did, but we add on. So inhale, stack spine, reach towards the sky. This time, hold palms at overhead, take a deep breath in, root down through the right foot, and then take a side bend over to the left. Keeping the arms in close to the ears, gaze can come up slightly. Doesn't matter which way you go. Whichever way you're going is perfect. Take a breath in, shift your weight to the opposite foot as you reach through center and come to the opposite side. Lengthen back up. Take a breath in, now coming back to our fold. So hands through heart center, fold over the thighs. All right, right leg steps back, warrior one. So stride back and then ground that back heel, front knee over ankle to lift the heart. So hips and shoulders square towards me. So really rotate that right hip forward. Check in with that front knee. Can you shift forward just an inch? So good, perfect, yeah. Now pull the arms back so you feel your shoulder blades fire up and your arms are framing your ears. Take a breath. So this is where you're going to start to build strength in yoga in these standing poses. So if you're starting to feel a little shaky, that's normal. Full breath in, full breath out. Now windmill the arms open, warrior two. Reset, you might need to shift that front heel forward slightly so that it's in line with the center of your back foot, or anywhere that's comfortable really. Front knee over ankle, body to the midline of the hips. Soften the shoulders down, and if it feels okay for your neck, gaze comes forward over front fingertips. Can you shift down one more inch? We're coming to warrior two dance. So turn that palm to face up, the front palm, actually both palms. Inhale, lengthen both legs up, arms reach towards the sky. Exhale, sink back down to your warrior two, palms stay open. We've got three more, so inhale to lengthen. Each time you deepen into your warrior two, can you deepen one more inch? And every time you lift up, pull the heels together, feel the inside of the thighs engage. Lower, last one. Reach up towards the sky. And then lower again. Stay here. Back arm reaches down, back leg. We're coming to reverse warrior. So reach that arm up and over, keeping that front knee bent. From here, if you can, see if you can soften the shoulder away from the ear, the left shoulder, and then really see if you can get more length in your C shape through your spine here. See if you can reach your fingertips a little bit farther away. Top arm windmills over, both arms reach, extended warrior. So reach length first, elbow to knee, and then arm floats up overhead. You might feel nice and open this morning. If you do, you can reach down for the outside edge behind your leg. You might float the arm, wherever feels comfortable for you in your extended warrior. As long as you're rolling that top shoulder back, finding lots of openness through your chest, just take a breath. Can you pull your heels towards each other? Feel that beautiful burn. Take a breath in, coming to triangle pose. So start to straighten that left leg. Hand can come to shin, outside edge of calf, wherever again feels comfortable. Focusing on lengthening the arms away from each other, stacking the shoulders, and then reach a little taller through the crown of your head. See if that lifts your ribs up off your hips a little bit. Take a breath. And if you're starting to feel the shakes, that's the plan. We're almost there. All right, guys, bend that knee again, coming back to your extended side ankle pose. So we're reaching up overhead. And now float the arms back up through center and pivot the feet so they face me, goddess pose. So arms up towards the sky. It's almost like a wide forward fold, but we're not forward. So take a deep breath in, arms reach up. As you exhale, pull the shoulder blades open and wide to sink down into your squat. So see if you can tuck the tailbone slightly. We're not in body pump here. We're putting the booty back. We're tucking it slightly. Take a breath in, lengthen the legs, reach towards the sky, arms reach up. Exhale, pull the shoulder blades back, sink down to your goddess pose. 3 more. Inhale to reach. Exhale, deepen. Are you still pulling your heels in towards each other? Inhale, reach. Exhale, deepen. Last one. One more after this. Reach up. And then lower down. Good. Hold here. Open the arms wide out to a T. Keep the depth in your squat. And then dive the heart forward over the thighs, straightening the legs, coming to forward fold. You got it. So hands can come anywhere. Maybe tented fingers if your legs are tight this morning. But if you can, you're just letting the body fold forward over your legs. So pull the belly back even more to make more space for your body. Let the neck be heavy. Maybe shake the head yes and no. I have a spider on my mat. It's like when I teach at home, I swear I always have some sort of bug or something visiting me while I do yoga. I'll take it. I can hang. All right, guys, take a deep breath in. Tent the fingertips to lift the chest back up to flat back. You're still in your fold, but this time your fingertips are helping to support you. Your core is braced. We're coming to single leg squat. It might not feel good for your body, and if it doesn't, I'm going to give you an option. So start to walk your fingertips over to the right leg, turn the left toes out, and then start to soften into that right leg. So if you can't see me, this is what it looks like. Fingertips are helping to support us. If this doesn't feel good, keep a lift or wherever feels right for your body. All right, so you might be able to switch from side to side with the hands at heart center, but if not, come with me. Take a deep breath in, lift to come back through center, both knees bent, and we switch to the other side. We're gonna do 2 more like this. So guys, if this isn't for your body today, just keep at whatever height feels okay, being protected, so knees pointing out over toes. Take a breath in, other side. Good. And then we switch back to the left side of our mat, or the left foot. So take a breath in. And then come back through your yogi squat. Fingertips still to floor, back nice and long. Hands to the hips, take a breath in, lengthen the body up to stand. Good. Coming back to the front of our mat, we're gonna switch sides. Anybody breaking sweat yet? Good, it's good for us. All right, take a sip of water if you need it. We're coming to the other side of our standing poses. Just like we did before, inhale, arms up towards the sky. Root down through the feet, side bend this time to the right. Press into that left foot. Inhale through center, switch side, exhale. Press into the right foot as you side bend to the left. Lengthen back up. Inhale, exhale, fold the body forward over the thighs. So coming to the left side, left foot steps all the way back. Ooh, that's better. Warrior 1 pose. So front foot, knee over ankle, lift the heart. Hips and shoulders square to me. Pull the shoulder blades back so that your arms frame your face. Really feel the entire backside of your body on fire here. Not from the sun. Although it probably is. Take a breath. As you take your next full breath in, on your exhale, pivot the hips and arms open to warrior 2. Soften the shoulders, check in with that front knee. Is it over the ankle? You might need to press the knee open a little bit. You're gonna feel your glutes engage here. Soften the shoulders, and now remember that feeling of your heels pulling together. That's how we fire up the inside of our thighs. It's good for us. Coming to reverse warrior, flip that front palm, inhale, C shape up and over that back leg. Try not to pull the shoulder up to the ear, soften it, keep it down your back, and just let the opening come through your ribs. Take a breath in, fill that space. Open the arms back up, warrior 2. Now we come to warrior 2 stance. So flip both palms up towards the sky. Inhale, reach towards the sky, lengthen that front leg. Now exhale, sink back down, warrior two. Push the front knee out. Push it out even more. Inhale to lift. Exhale, soften. Or deepen is a better word. Inhale, lift. A little deeper. Last one. Lower. Good. Coming back to extended angle. So reach, reach, reach. Find your placement, and then top arm comes up and over. So really finding a nice openness here. Top shoulder rolling back. If it feels okay, you might reach down that leg, maybe find the mat, whatever feels good for your body today. Take a breath. Pulling your heels together still. All right, coming to triangle pose. So start to straighten that front leg. Find wherever feels right. Maybe it's the shin. Maybe it's floating. Maybe it's the outside edge of the shin. Top arm stacks over bottom. Now pull that shoulder back even more so it's like you're laying flat against the floor with your back. Roll the top hip back and then pull the heels together. Good. Take a breath. Start to bend that front knee, coming back to extended side angle. Top arm floats up and over. And then we reach up towards the sky for our goddess pose. So pivot the toes so that they face me. Hi guys, I'm still here. I do this every week. Take a breath in, reach up. As you exhale, sink down into the legs, tailbones tuck slightly, elbows nice and wide. Inhale to reach. Exhale, lower. So it's an intense pose and it's supposed to build strength. So really feel every movement as you lower. Inhale, press the floor away, reach. And then exhale, deepen. Hands open wide to a T, and then we dive our heart forward, up and over our legs, straightening the legs to come more to forward fold. There we are. Good, surrender to your fold, so let your neck and shoulders release here. Maybe close the eyes. Let the sit bones reach a little higher towards the sky. Take a breath. I'm gonna turn around. All right, tented fingertips walk out in front of us. Lift the heart so that you're flat back here. Coming back to that side yogi squat. So remembering your option to keep the fingertips to the floor, but if you're feeling nice and warm now, so pivot the toe out, sink down into your legs. Maybe your hands come to heart center. So it's a lot of balance here and a lot of strength. You can keep your fingertips grounded. Inhale through center, exhale. Now if it feels okay, you lift the toes up off the mat on that opposite leg. We might help you deepen into your pose. Inhale through center, exhale, deepen. Nice, guys. And then once more. Good, hands frame the front of the foot. Actually, no, I lied. Coming back through center, forward fold, tented fingertips, flat back extension. Now walk your fingertips out as far as your arms will allow you to on tented fingers. Soften the belly towards the mat, let the head come between the arms, and let the hips push back, hammock pose. So imagine a hammock. Imagine that your spine is the place where somebody would be gracefully swaying back and forth, supported, yet peaceful. So allow that beautiful space to open up your body. Push back into your hips just a little bit more. It might feel good to sway from side to side. Inhale, lengthen the spine back up. Walk the fingertips so that they're under your shoulders. Bend the knees slightly, hands to hips. Brace the core. Inhale, lengthen the spine back up towards the sky. Anybody else sweating profusely? Bring your feet together. Nice work, guys. So we're coming to our balance poses. What do I have? Okay, cool. If you need a sip of water, grab it. I'm literally falling apart here. That's perfectly fine. That's just how we know. It would be like if you were taking one of my normal classes. I don't normally wear makeup in normal classes, so my body's like, get this off her face. Bring the soles of your feet together. Shoulders roll back, find your mountain pose. So lift your toes and then re-root down through each toe onto your mat. Open your palms so that they face me. Shoulders roll back. Slight tuck of the tail so you're engaging your core and your glutes. Take a breath in. Close the eyes. Find that rooted feeling here. So this is the feeling we want to have as we move into our balancing poses. Supported by our feet, supported by our body, supported by the earth. Inhale. Full exhale. Inhale, arms up towards the sky, palms meet, and then bring the hands back down towards heart center. Inhale, lift the heels, and then extend the arms up. Keep the hands together. Feel that nice grounded feeling through both palms of the hands. Now, if you can, glue the heels together. You might not, that's perfectly fine. But my goal is to try to get you to not sickle your ankle, which means that it's fine. You don't have to lift much. You can lift a very small amount. Uh-oh. So with this lift, keep the lift and start to sit back to chair pose. Tailbone is slightly tucked. Arms are still up overhead. Belly's pulling back. Knees tracking forward over toes. Now, can you lift your heels a little higher? Keep pulling the elbows back, the arms back to frame the face if you can. Good. One more breath. Lower the heels, lift, and release. Take a breath. Moving forward. Left toe, I'm going to try to do it so that we're all doing the same side. Right toe is going to come to the inside edge of right knee. Just engaging it. Knee tracks forward towards me. Bring your hands up to heart center yet again. Take a breath in. Now you have to gaze at something on the floor. So my cues are I'm going to try to be as open with them as I can so that you can just follow by my words. Take a breath in. Float your left arm towards me and your right arm behind you. Now really reach through those hands so you start to get a rotation through your spine. Keep gluing the thighs in towards each other. So feel that constant engagement. Take a breath in. Now can you reach taller through the crown of your head? Good. Inhale, both arms float towards the sky. And exhale, we're going to dive forward to warrior three. So right leg is going to kick behind us and we're going to float our arms back by our hips. Hips and shoulders square towards the mat. You can have a soft bend through that supporting leg. But where can you take your warrior three today? Let that leg keep lifting up higher as it'll allow you, and your chest gets closer to your thigh. One more breath. Soles of feet meet, arms reach up towards the sky, and then palms to hips. Nice, you guys rock. I'm gonna just reset this so that my phone doesn't overheat again this week like it did last week. That's the thing, it happens. We're gonna do the other side. So find your mountain pose. Soles of feet together, toes lift, reroot, tailbone slightly grounded, tucked in. Remember this feeling, you have to be rooted and grounded into your mat, otherwise balance is never gonna happen for any of us. Take a breath in, inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, lengthen the arms back towards the sky as you lift your heels. Glue your heels together if you can. Now this might only allow you to lift a very small amount, but with this, soften the shoulders and pull the arms back even more to frame your face. Take a breath in. As you exhale, keep the tuck of the tail as you start to push the knees forward over the toes, coming down to chair pose. Keep the heels lifted if it feels okay. If not, you lower them. Now sink down 1 inch deeper and lift the heels 1 inch higher. Woo! If you wear high heels, this is for you. I don't wear high heels. This is not in my cards, but that's okay. I'm gonna try it anyway. Take a breath. Lower the heels, lift the spine, exhale. What did you say? I know, I can't chase kids in heels, to be honest. And I live on a farm, so that would just be weird. Other side. Left toe to right knee, facing forward. Squeeze the inner thighs, hands to heart center. So focus your gaze. Now can you level the hips so that they're nice and square? Take a breath in. Right arm floats to me, left arm floats behind. Level. Now really reach a little farther, find that rotation through the spine without letting your knee open. You feeling it? It should feel pretty good. Take a deep breath. Inhale, arms float towards the sky, preparation warrior three. Exhale, soften the supporting leg and dive the heart forward over the right thigh. Arms to hips, palms face the floor. Now where can you go with this? Let that back leg keep lifting. Let the heart keep coming closer towards your knee. Take a breath. If you have to tap the floor, that's okay. Inhale. Exhale, left foot meets right, arms float to the sky. Exhale, lower hands towards hips. Take a breath in, roll the shoulders back. We're moving into hip openers with one more balancing pose. But I think it feels really good. And again, if you need to support yourself with the fence, that's perfectly fine. So figure 4. This happened last week. We don't have luck with that garbage truck. Find that feeling of that full rooted feeling through your feet. Root down through the right foot. Lift the left knee and flex the foot. Rest it above the knee and start to bend the right leg so that it's supporting you. Bring your hands to your heart. Take a breath in. You can stay anywhere in this pose, but if you can, as you start to exhale, start to lower down into the hips, and the goal would be to rest one elbow on your knee and one elbow on your ankle, softly. And trust me, you don't have to go there. You can stay here, wherever feels good. You're still getting probably a deep stretch in your glute and your hip. Soften the gaze, take a breath. Inhale, straighten the leg, and then soles of feet meet, open the palms. That is very squirrely today. Where are we? Take your 4. Okay. Take a breath in, arms float up towards the sky. We sink back down, hands to heart, chair pose. Tailbone tucks under slightly, shoulders roll back. We're coming to Chairwood Twist. Left elbow is going to come to the outside edge of right knee. Now use it as a hook to lever your spine open, trying to keep the hands at heart center. Good. If you can, lock the knees together so that they stay in alignment. And if it's for you today, open the arms up, one towards the sky, one towards the right ankle. Gaze either up or down. Take a breath. Good. Inhale, and then exhale yourself over your thighs, come into forward fold. We will do the other side, don't worry, but I'm just going to move through this flow. It works a little nicer so we don't have to stay in on one side. So from your forward fold, start to bend your right leg so that your knee is to knee. So it's modified standing split. So we're in a fold, knees are glued together, and the right heel is towards the right glute. You can stay here, but if it feels okay, start to lengthen that leg up towards the sky, coming to standing split. Any amount is perfectly fine. Take a breath in. And then as you exhale, step that right leg back, and then left leg back to downward facing dog. Press back into the heels. We're really going to get into the hips now. So take a deep breath in, right leg up towards the sky, 3-legged dog. And then exhale that right foot outside edge of right hand. So it's wide. We're coming to modified lizard pose. So lizard is something that's nice to have props for. We don't have props here today, so this is why I'm doing it this way. Back knee can rest down for a moment. You might choose to keep it here, and that's perfectly fine, but we'll try both. You can untuck the toe to start. So tented fingertips lifting our chest and heart forward. Come with me and walk your hands out, tented fingers, to off your mat so that your hip is open. Now, if you can, come down to your palms and let your neck release so that it's almost coming down. If you're slipping on the turf, I totally get it. Level with your arms. So you can keep your back leg grounded. Otherwise, try tucking the toe and then lift the knee nice and strong. You should feel a little bit of a deeper stretch into your hips. Keep pulling that right knee in, and you should it should feel good. And it's not as intense as if we were doing a regular lizard pose. It's a little different because you're getting a side bend while opening your hips. If your knee is lifted, lower it back to the mat, and then walk yourself back to center. Take a breath in, lift the heart, root down through the hands, press your right leg back, 3-legged dog, up towards the sky. And now we're coming to pigeon pose. You're welcome. That right leg's gonna sweep through to the front of your mat, flexed foot, 90-degree angle if you can. It can also come in close to your groin, whatever feels right for your body today. You might choose to be at 90-90, whatever works. Take a breath in. No matter where you are, try to roll that hip down towards the ankle even more. And then if it feels okay, you can lengthen your body out down towards your mat. Let the head relax. Just feel the softening through the outside edge of the hip. And if you're finding that you're clenching somewhere, see if you can breathe space into that part of your body to release it. If you'd like a hamstring stretch, you lift the chest back up. You don't have to do this, but if it feels okay, you reach back for that back foot and pull the heel in towards your butt. It's up to you. Some people don't enjoy this stretch. I do. But if you don't, you don't have to do it. And if you're a mermaid, of course, you can go there too. If you don't know what that is, we'll do it next week. I'm getting short on time, of course. All right, take a breath in. Exhale, release that foot back down towards the mat. Root down through the hands. Lift the back knee, and then press yourself up and back, downward facing dog. Good. Inhale. And we're going to come to the front of our mat to fold. So you can either walk your feet forward or you can lift the heels nice and high. Look towards the front of your mat, towards your hands. Bend the knees and take a soft little hop to land at the front of your mat. Inhale, stack the spine up. Reach arms up and over, coming back to figure four, opposite side. So, left side. Take a deep breath, right? You guys did the right side, right? Take a breath in. Reach the arms up. And then bring the hands down to heart center. Soften back into the knees, and then cross your left leg over your right. Flex the heel so that you're protecting your knee, and then sit back any amount. You might keep your chest lifted and stay here. That might be deep enough. Remembering that the goal to get the deepest stretch is to bring the elbows all the way down till they meet your leg and your ankle. Soften the gaze. Find your balance. And it should feel pretty good. Inhale. Exhale, float the arms up. Coming back to Chairwood Twist. Exhale, sink back to your chair, hands to heart center. Roll the shoulders back. Keep the hands glued at the heart center, and then find that rotation through your spine towards the left knee. So hook the elbow outside the knee, and then open the chest by pushing the elbow into that knee, finding space. If it feels right, float the arms open. And try to keep the knees tracking in line with each other any amount. Mine keep slipping. Thank you, sweat. Take a breath. On your next exhale, fold the body forward over the thighs. Let the neck release. Coming back to standing split on your left side. So bend the left knee so that your knees meet, and you're kicking the left heel up towards the glute. Tented fingertips or hands flat to mat's perfectly fine. Option to stay here, but if you'd like, you can start to lift that leg up towards the sky. Seeing if you can kick that toe up 1 inch higher. Take a breath. Good, left leg back, right leg meets it, downward facing dog. Coming back to that modified lizard lunge. So inhale, right leg up, left leg up towards the sky. And then sweep it to the outside edge of the left hand. Ground the back knee and untuck the toe to start. So feel like your knee is hugging in towards your arm. Keep that engagement. Keep the leg there the entire time if you can. And start to walk your hands over to the right. Any amount. You might stay down with your knee. If you'd like, you can tuck the toe and lift that knee up off your mat. Now you get the bonus of the side bend and the hip opener. Take a breath, see if you can soften a little bit more into the hips. Good, lower the knee and then walk yourself back to the center. Root down through the hands, tuck the toe, lift the knee. 3-legged dog. Inhale the leg up. Exhale it through, coming back to Pigeon Pose, opposite side. So you know your options, 90-90 or back leg extended. Inhale to lift the heart. And then exhale, walk yourself out to extended pigeon. And just allowing this to be like a restful pose. If it's causing you any pain in anywhere, back out of it slightly and then take breath to allow yourself to come back in. If you're coming with me for the hamstring, for the quad stretch, oh, I did it again, lock yourself up. I have this tendency of calling my quad my hamstring. I do it every week. And I'm like, I swear I know my muscles. Reach back with the leg and pull the heel in towards the glute. At least I caught myself this time. I would have been like so irritated because I would have thought about it right when I left. Take a breath. Good, release that back leg. Root down through the hands, lift the back knee up, and then press yourself back, downward facing dog. How are we on time? Of course I'm running out of time. All right, because I'm not getting to most of the poses that I want to get to, I'm gonna give you just a little bit of a core blast, so come on down to your mat. I have to. We're gonna do a quick boat pose, because that's gonna be my new thing, and you're gonna know me for it. You're welcome. Coming down to your seat, always an option with boat. Soles of feet together, a little bit further out than under your knees. Hands come back, behind the hips. Curling the tailbone back, so you're pulling the belly button back towards the spine. Keeping the hands here if you'd like support, and then option just to lift the knees, lift one, and toe tap. That's totally fine. So here's your supported option. If you want a little bit more, curl back, lift one knee, other knee meets it, and then we float our arms up towards our legs. Good, take a breath. If you want a little bit more, lengthen your legs. Stay for a breath, any amount. You don't even have to do this. They can stay bent. Take a breath. One more breath, inhale. Exhale, bend the knee, one knee, bend the other. Reach one hand back, reach the other, tap one toe, and then tap the other. Oh, y'all did that. Look at you. All right, guys. I just want to get you a quick twist in before we come down to our mat. So come seated here, seated twist. So one leg can tuck in and the other can cross on top, or you can lengthen out the bottom leg. It's your choice, whatever feels right for your body. You know the deal. So if this isn't too intense with the leg over the knee, you can always bring it outside the shin. Again, your body, your pose, root down through the feet, root down through the sit bones. Take a breath in. As you exhale, hug the knee in towards the chest so that you start to feel the glute open. Take your opposite hand behind the hips, and then lengthen the spine as you look over the back shoulder. Take a breath in. And just maybe here you choose to close your eyes. I swear I need to make this a 90-minute class. I just run out of time. Take a breath in. And then carefully untwist. Take this top knee and then bring it behind you. So you're at 90-90 with both legs. Opposite hand roots down to the mat. Take a breath in, spiral twist. Lift the hips, squeeze the glutes, open the heart, up and away. So really pushing the hips forward. Feeling the openness through the front body and through the hips. Full breath in. And then exhale your sit bones back towards the mat. We're going to do the opposite side. So just recross whatever leg under that you didn't do before. Find your sit bones. Remembering you can keep that bottom leg long if it feels better. Inhale, knee to chest. Exhale, reach behind the hips with the opposite hand, and then find that revolve through the spine, looking over the back shoulder. Now close the eyes. Release the twist, and then take that top knee and bring it up and over so that both legs are 90-90. They might not meet the floor, but wherever they are today. Bring that opposite hand behind the hips, take a breath in, lift the hips forward, open the chest, squeeze the glutes. Good. Take another breath in. And then exhale to lower your hips towards your mat. We're going to bring it to our mat. No socks or sweaters. It's too hot. You're not allowed. Not on my watch. All right, guys, bring it on down. Hug the knees or hold behind the thighs. So roll your spine back down towards your mat. Just a final pose before we move into our Shavasana. So hug the knees to the chest. A little rock from side to side. Maybe a little roll through the feet. Let the ankles release. Bring them in one direction and then the opposite. Coming to a grounded spine on your mat. Bring the knees up, ankles stacked over knees, coming to happy baby. So finding the soles of your feet anywhere, maybe you're finding your shins, wherever your hands can find closest to your feet to find your happy baby. So happy baby is supposed to be a restful pose. Nothing to think about other than it feeling good. Focus on bringing your tailbone closer to the mat, and then see if you can soften your knees a little closer towards your ribs without putting added effort into it. Take a breath. And then if it feels good today, you might hook the toes with your fingers and then lengthen out through the legs. Only if it feels good. You might do one leg at a time, whatever feels right. Bend the knees so they stack back over, ankles over knees. Release the feet to the floor, just a quick supine twist. So open the arms up wide, lift the hips up, and then scooch them over to the right side of your mat and let the knees fall to the left. If you can, keep the arms anchored down. Maybe you turn your gaze over the back shoulder. Again, another pose where there's nothing here that you can do wrong as long as it doesn't hurt your body. Just taking it to a place that feels good today. Inhale, lift the knees back up towards the sky. Lift the hips, pivot them over to the left, knees fall to the right. Keep the grounded shoulders, and then gaze falls over the left shoulder. Lift the knees up towards the sky. Hug the knees in one more time. Give yourself one final rock. And then bring the soles of the feet towards the mat. Lengthen the legs out as long as you can. Reach the arms overhead. Stretch the body away from each other. Take a breath in from the length of your toes all the way to your fingertips. Let the breath go. Let the feet fall open to the outside edges of your mat, and then let the palms open to the outside edges of your mat, and let the hands just fall free. Take in the practice that we just did, and allow yourself permission to just stay here for a breath, focusing on filling the belly. Maybe lift the shoulder blades open and away. Maybe wiggle the hips around so that they find a more grounded space on your mat. Focusing on staying with your breath for a full inhale. And then stay with your breath for the full exhale. You can stay here for as long as you'd like. This is your practice, your time. If you're sticking with me, we're turning to our side. Carefully pushing ourselves up, but I invite you to stay in Shavasana. This is just me finishing the video, so please stay if you can in a restful pose just for a moment. Thank you.